Alright, hello. We are doing a screen recording, and I haven't done a little video type tutorial in a while. Anyways, this one's going to be my first one for Mac. And basically what it is when I first bought my Mac here, as you can see, I kind of was figuring there would be a way to do a system-wide equalizer, or I hoped that there was, but there really wasn't any that came with it and whatnot. And of course there's one on iTunes and all that, but that doesn't work on other applications like Spotify or on the YouTubes and whatnot. Excuse me, I was just cleaning out the laptop. Anyways, so, but there is a way, and it's not too hard. You just got to run a couple things every time you do it, but it's pretty much worth it. But I don't leave it on all the time, and I'll explain those reasons. But first of all, we want to go to the website, the first website. You got to go into your web browser, be that any of those, and go to this one right here, cycling74.com/Soundflower landing page, and you get something that looks like this. It's got some download Soundflower, free inter-application audio routing utility for Mac OS X, and you're going to want to click free download. This will pop up here. You're going to go to downloads over here, and you're going to want to download the latest version, which is at this time 1.6.6. It's going to be a DMG, of course. You're going to download that, and you'll get this page, and you click this little link here, and it'll be like that. But as you can see, I already have something like that, and I'm going to click that, and it's just going to come up like such. Probably do nothing. I'll get the little disk, but I already have it, so you just double click this and you install it. But I'm going to remove it there, and then you're going to want to go to the next one, which is developer or https://developer.apple.com/downloads/index.action, and you get this little developer like Apple Signy Any page majigger. And what you want to do is sign in with your Apple ID if you're a developer, I believe. However, if you do not have that, you just click register, and it takes a couple minutes, and you're registered as a developer. It's free and stuff, so it's not like the App Store developers we have to pay, I believe. So it's this one's free, and then you just input your Apple ID and click sign in. And then what you're gonna need is right here is AU Lab. So what you're going to do is go over to the little search thing on the side and type AU Lab and hit enter. And then you're going to find these three things. You're going to want the center one, the AU Lab, released March 29th of 2012. And you're going to see the little AU Lab DMG file over here, and it's got blah blah blah, and then you're just going to click it. And it's going to spin, and then you're going to get the AU Lab thing. But I'm not going to download it again, because once again, you'll get a little, it'll come up as a drive, you double click it, and you run the DMG file and install it. And then you'll have both the required applications installed. And you'll feel happy and satisfied for the day, and then you're going to want to actually use it. So, to actually use it, you got to go into System Preferences. I don't know what that was mean, but System Preferences, yes. And then head over to Sound, and then you'll see Soundflower 2 channel and Soundflower 64 channel. What you're going to want to do is switch it to Soundflower 2 channel, not 64, because then everything will explode and then you'll cry. So, do that, and then close the System Preferences, and then go into your applications, wherever that may be. I just use Launchpad. And then you're just gonna leave Soundflower bad there. You don't need to really do anything about that. But what you want to do is go to AU Lab and launch that. And you get this little thing here. It's gonna be create a document of how you want to configure it. So jump cut there. It's gonna come up like this for the first time. After a while, after you already set your stuff up, you can actually just right click on it and then choose your profile. As you can see, mine comes up right there. But for the first time, you're going to need to start right here and change the audio input device as the Soundflower 2 channel. and then the input source is going to switch to default. The output setting you're going to want to change to the built-in output. So everything is fabulous. And then you want to hit the create document. And then you get this little window here. In mine, as you can see, it says this is how you resume your saved settings for your equalizer and all that stuff. But for the first time, you're going to get the untitled one here. And then you want to go over into the Output Uno section here, and then click the effects. Under the B here is the effects. And then go down and find AU Graphic EQ for Equalizer. And then you get this other little window that will pop up. And what I've done, because 31 bands is quite a bit, you can switch it down to 10 bands to make it a little bit simpler. However, if you're really professional, if you're feeling professional that day and you want to go all out and have some time to spend, you can configure the 31 band, which I've attempted to do, but didn't work out so great. So I usually use the 10 band because it's easier to configure, and that's how you can do it. You can even do that and roll them all at the same 3 times, and it's pretty neat, and it sounds fabulous. I'll show you here. I'll close this one, and I'm not going to save that. I'm going to launch mine, and as you can see, if we launch my equalizer setting, this is what it looks like here. And if we just open up Spotify, hopefully we can find something that I won't get sued for. Which hopefully it should be anything, because it's Spotify. Yeah, I pay for this. See, premium. But I probably will. Anyways, here's just test the boy, and as you can see over there, the audio is working. But as you can hear, it doesn't sound too fabulous in my speakers because I'm just playing out of the laptop speakers here. I usually use this only when I plug in my headphones. The reason being is the audio only gets so loud on this Soundflower setting. As you can see, it's all the way up, and it's not very loud. If I go back in the preferences and switch the sound back to the internal speakers, I can go a lot louder. So that's why I only use the Soundflower if I'm using my headphones, which are these Sony XB headphones, which are very nice audio quality in the bass and everything else kind of line of work. But yes, remember, you must set Soundflower to channel in the sound settings in the control preference majigger panel before you launch this. Or sometimes, like when I first did this, I launched the AU Lab first, and I couldn't get any audio to play. Turned out I need to have Soundflower on first, so make sure you do that. So that's how you do that, and remember to, when you're done with this, you just save it. And then you can resume your equalizer setting each time. For some reason, I just quickly saved it. It was already saved. But yes, that's how you do that. And yep, just to turn it off, you just the AU Lab and quit, and then go back to your system preferences and turn it back to internal speakers, and everything will be good. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helped you, and I hope you have an awesome autumn. Yes, have an awesome autumn. Have an awesome audio listening time thing. Majigger. Alright, have a good one.